In a world filled with uncertainty and horrors, some people are finding hope again in God, whereas this recent finding has terrified the atheists of the world. What have atheists recently found terrifying in the world? What if I told you that the men of science have unknowingly stumbled upon the proof of God's existence? Would you believe in God again, or continue to forget His existence? Well, recently, a group of atheists, men of science honestly, ventured into the unknown. It was their desire to disprove the existence of God and further scientific advancement. Their only tools are logic and reason, and they ridicule faith. They wanted to challenge the belief of the pious and the religious and question them, perhaps mock them. Yet, what they discovered was so profound that it only renewed faith for those who believed. They unearthed something unimaginable and astounding, a staggering discovery that sent shockwaves around the globe. So now the entire world is pondering over this critical question. Tell me what you think. Do you think science and religion are two sides of the same coin, or do you think science and belief will always be on the opposing sides? Can science and belief reconcile? So today we'll discover the unexpected. Brace yourselves to be shocked along the journey. Folks, today we're going to talk about a significant religious location that had remained a secret for a long time. Long forgotten and unknown to many, yet it is time to shed light on this beautiful building. The Pool of Siloam is a site with significant religious and historical significance that is located in the city of Jerusalem. The Christian faith resonates with this relevance particularly strongly, especially because the Pool of Siloam is considered to be the place where Jesus Christ is said to have cured a blind man. Due to the significance in biblical text and the miracles that are associated with it, there are rumors that the Pool of Siloam will shortly be open to the general public for the first time in almost 2,000 years. But why is this so important? What is the spiritual significance? But first, let us understand its origins. Well, to begin with, the Pool of Siloam was in the Lower City, a neighborhood of Jerusalem during the Second Temple era that is known in Hebrew as Acra. According to the Jerusalem Talmud, called Hagigah, pilgrims began their annual journey to Jerusalem at the Pool of Siloam, from where they ascended on foot to the inner court of the Temple Mount to bring an offer to the temple court. Before entering the temple enclosure, pilgrims performed ritual purification at the Pool of Siloam. Hezekiah, the then emperor, had the Pool of Siloam constructed so that the besieging armies would not have access to the spring's resources. The emperor, under the threat of the Assyrian king Sennacherib, sealed up the old outlet of the Gihon spring and constructed the new underground Siloam tunnel in place of the older tunnel, which had been very vulnerable to attackers. The Pool of Siloam was sometimes referred to as the lower pool during this time in the book of Isaiah 22:9, as opposed to the upper pool, which was older and fed by the earlier Canaanite tunnel in book of Kings, 2 Kings 18:17, and Isaiah 7:3. According to the Gospel of John, Jesus sent a blind man from birth to the pool to complete his healing. As you can see here, this is how Jerusalem looked like in Jesus' time, with the Pool of Siloam right outside the city wall at the lower right side. However, the pool would have also served as a significant gathering spot for ancient Jews traveling to the city for religious purposes because it was a freshwater reservoir. Some scholars assert that it was likely used as a mikvah or a ritual bath because Jesus told the blind man to wash in the pool. But mikvahs are typically much smaller in size, and if the pool were a mikvah, it would be by a wide margin the largest ever discovered. Yoel Elitzer has suggested that swimming may have taken place in the pool instead of ritual immersion. However, in terms of theology and biblical archaeology, the discovery of the Siloam pool is a crucial event. Whatever the pool's original purpose, it is highly valued by both Jews and Christians. It is currently being actively excavated, and once they are finished, it will either be open to the public in parts or all at once. Most governmental and cultural organizations have stated that they would like to make this location public. This is a result of the area's strong religious ties and significance. The pool is first mentioned in the Bible in the Old Testament, more specifically in the book of Isaiah 86. Shiloh, which is Hebrew for a well or other source of water, is the name given to the pool in this passage. It is referred to as the Pool of Shelah in Nehemiah 3:15 and is associated with the water tunnel that King Hezekiah constructed to supply Jerusalem with safe water while it was under siege. The pool serves as a metaphor for life and is a vital component of the city's infrastructure. It was seen as God's providential hand and sustenance. How beautiful and mythical is that? The pool is now universally regarded as an important site in Christian history due to its mythical occurrence. More than just the location of a miracle, the Pool of Siloam also represents spiritual enlightenment and understanding. The blind man's physical sight is restored, but more importantly, his spiritual sight is opened, and he learns who Jesus is and his role as the Messiah. In light of this, the incident at the Pool of Siloam serves as a powerful illustration of one of Christianity's most fundamental tenets, that the way to spiritual awakening and salvation is through faith in Jesus. Archaeologists rediscovered and excavated the Pool of Siloam site at the start of the 21st century, bringing the biblical tales to life. It was possible to gain a deeper understanding of the historical context of the area thanks to this discovery, which provided tangible links to the past. To pray and reflect on their religious beliefs, pilgrims from all over the world would travel to this location. They also started to feel a stronger connection to the biblical narrative. This ancient pool has a value that goes far beyond any one miracle or its utility for historical research. It serves as a tangible link between the biblical story and the contemporary believer, as well as a representation of God's action and presence, a testament to faith, and an illustration of the impact of belief. Technically, this pilgrimage is a reminder for believers of the strength of their faith. Jesus' healings and the potential for personal transformation and redemption is a testament that His is the way that is meant to be followed for everyone who believes in Him. Perhaps it might even instill doubts in the minds of those who no longer believe in the existence of God. So why exactly is healing through dipping yourself in a pool a major miracle that Christians believe in? Well, that is because water is considered in Christian theology to symbolize both purification and rebirth. The baptismal sacrament in Christianity is also represented by the Pool of Siloam. Christ followers are absolved of their sins and given a fresh start in the spiritual life through this sacrament. It is a potent and relatable example of how one's life might change as a result of placing their faith in Jesus Christ, and within the context of Christianity, serves as a physical metaphor for spiritual purity. In other words, one can say that the Pool of Siloam is the Mecca of Christian spirituality. Its long history, filled with biblical stories, and the fact that it's become a destination for pilgrims make it an important part of understanding and participating in the Christian religion, because the miracles associated with it highlight key Christian ideas and give believers a chance to go on both a historical and spiritual journey. And this spiritual awakening strengthens the symbol's position as a fundamental part of Christianity. While repairing a large water conduit that was situated south of Jerusalem's Temple Mount, at the southern end of the ridge known as the City of David, archaeologists Ronnie Rich and Eli Shukran stumbled upon two ancient stone stairs. This discovery was made when they were working on the City of David. These stairs, which might seem insignificant, were later identified as having once been a component of the massive pool that originated during the Second Temple period, which is when Jesus lived. The same pool that today that has become a source of spiritual strength for Christians. It has a huge impact on history and religion, and its influence extends far beyond the boundaries of any one religion. It can shed light on significant issues like historical approaches to managing water, social structure, and engineering. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos. Do hit the bell icon to know when we release another.